there we are, Lancaster University Comedy Institute, and we are here to do some improvised comedy for you tonight. Hopefully you will live, you will laugh, you will love along with us along the way, and you'll be looking at historical artefacts of a sort of exciting nature, and hopefully you'll have the time of your lives. What we're going to ask you first of all, who in here hasn't seen improv before? Does everyone know what improv is? Okay, so some people haven't seen improv before, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking, like has I think been described, some artefacts, some suggestions of yours, and we're going to be doing, well, hopefully, amusing things with them. We're going to find out whether or not they're amusing shortly. If you don't like it, hopefully you've been provided with enough things to throw, and all will be well. Okay, so we're going to get some call and response going first, and get you sort of ready to go. So I'm going to ask you on the count of 3 to shout back to me your favourite number of King Louis of France. Okay, so there was 1 to 16. Many of them very good, very popular rulers, some of them less so, but you may have your own favourites. So, count of 3, 1, 2, 3, 14! You're hearing a lot of 14s, and that is a good choice. That is a very good choice. Okay, he was a lover, he was a fighter, and he abdicated. Anybody know? Alright, well, we probably won't know any more about him. What else? Okay, second, I want you, after the count of 3, to shout back to me the name of your favourite dictator. If you can't think of one, just use my name. That's Andrew. Okay, on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. A few Andrews in there. I'm fine with it. So that's that. And then on the count of 3, what was the final thing I was going to ask you? I was going to ask you your favourite piece of outmoded technology. So a piece of technology we no longer use, have a think, then what's your favourite? Okay, so these are the questions we're going to ask. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Facts. Oh, sorry, I thought you said facts. You were in the wrong place for a news like this in the museum. We deal in facts. Sorry about that, sorry. Yeah, the fax machine long since gone the way of the dodo. Yes, so we will be doing improvised comedy for you, like I say. Now, we're going to be trying a number of different styles of improv for you tonight. So some of it will be a little bit shorter and may have some gimmicks to it. Some of it may be a little bit longer. Some of it will be a little longer. I don't know why I'm being coquettish. Some of it is going to be a bit shorter. Some of it's going to be a bit longer. I'll explain it along the way. I'll hold your hand throughout. Figuratively, and we will hopefully have a really nice time. Is there anything I've forgotten to say? No, good. So other than that, I think really all it remains to do is to move on to the improv. So what we're going to be doing first of all is we're going to be using some of your suggestions to do some short form improvisation. So this first game is called ABC, and the gimmick of this game is that every new line will start with the next letter of the alphabet. So for example, how are you doing, guys? All right.
But could be better.
Come on. Yeah, come on. So, basically, that's how it works. Now, what we're going to use is we're going to need a famous character from history. So, I don't know, Abraham Lincoln, Joan of Arc,
Gandhi.
What? Gandhi. I thought you said Barbie. Sorry. I need to improve my hearing. It's too late now. So we've got Gandhi, any others?
Dick Turpin.
Dick Turpin. I like Dick Turpin. Any others?
Hitler.
Close Barbie.
What was that?
Close Barbie.
What?
Barbie, the famous Nazi. Last Barbie, sorry.
I do know you. Okay, alright, we're going to go with what would you prefer, Gandhi or Dick Turpin?
I don't know who Dick Turpin is.
Oh, better than that, we'll go with Dick Turpin. We're going to go, he was a famous highwayman, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And put myself out there a bit. And can we have a letter of the alphabet to start on?
A.
A. That's going to be really easy. Q. Any advance between A and Q? F. Alright, let's go with F. So this is ABC. Take it away.
Mister, I want you to put him up.
Frankly, I don't know what I've done wrong.
Go on, put those hands in the sky.
How high?
I think just about there is high enough.
Just there will do.
No, I'm going to search your pockets right now for anything valuable.
Look, I have got something suspicious in my pocket.
Oh, what's that?
Not wanting to brag.
Open up about it, come on.
Perhaps you should just pull it out.
Quite, yes.
Really quite embarrassing.
Sort of didn't want to see this.
Too bad that it's all over your hand now. Venus flytraps are wonderful plants, would you not say?
Well, I guess, but really, I want to get back to the valuables you have.
Xylophone in my back pocket.
You know, I've always wanted to play the xylophone, so...
Zip.
A...
B. Don't know how much longer we're going to get away.
I think I might get a bit stale.
And scene. Thank you very much. So, if you were too shy before to put your hand up and say you didn't know what improv was, that was sort of improv. I think it went very well. Thank you very much to Kyle and to Jake for doing that. Now, the next game we're going to play is called Three-Headed Expert. Now, with this, or for this, I'm going to have three different improvisers, but for the purposes of this game, they are not three, they are in fact one. And they are going to be speaking and answering every question that I have with alternate words. So should we give it a go? If I say, hi guys, how are you doing?
I'm
Pretty
Good.
actually.
pretty good actually. So they're really quite quick at it. They're quite good, being patronising there. But they are good at it. So hopefully it will go quite well. But what we'll need is something for them to be an expert in. So something from history that they are an expert in. I need your suggestions.
Submarine.
Submarines.
Egypt.
Egypt.
Wonders of the world.
Wonders of the world.
Plague.
Plague. Dick Turpin, no plague. Okay, anything else? Anything else?
Battle of Stalingrad.
Battle of Stalingrad. Okay, so I decided that because tonight is a cheerful evening down at Lancaster Museum, we are in fact going to go for the Battle of Stalingrad. And this was, well, we'll find out what it was. Crucially, not be 100% accurate. So we'll, don't get agitated if it isn't. Okay, we have here a renowned expert in the Battle of Stalingrad. Would you please introduce yourself?
My
Name is
Johnny.
Battle.
Johnny Battle. And we got you at short notice, right? So you're an expert in the Battle of Stalingrad. Could you tell me a little bit what the Battle of Stalingrad was?
The
Battle of
Stalingrad.
started in
1843.
Did it? Did it really? And how did it start?
It
started when
the
Germans took
lovely
women.
So basically, what you're saying is the Battle of Stalingrad was a fight over a girl.
yes.
Good, I'm glad. So, if I had to ask you for one particularly interesting detail about the Battle of Stalingrad, what would you tell me?
Well,
There is
this
one fact
that
I know
is
about the
war.
Which war was that?
The
big one.
Okay, so sorry, I interrupted you. Carry on.
there
Were lots
of
big men
fighting
each other.
Right, no, I mean, forgive me, Dr. Battle, but the Battle of Stalingrad does sound like a battle, so the revelation that there was a bunch of big men fighting each other isn't actually an interesting fact. Could you give me an... Sorry, yeah. Could you give me an interesting one?
Okay.
There is
Actually,
something I
no.
during the
Battle
Germans
decided
to play
cricket.
a lot.
Right, chuffing are, aren't they? Okay, let's try one more time. If I had just really narrow, favourite thing about Stalingrad in 3 words, go.
The
Cold feet.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Doctor. Okay, so that's 300 expert. I think they went marvellously well, but you're judging. Okay, so finally, in this game, we're going to play, in this piece of part of the improv, sorry, we're going to play a game called Merry Berry. Now, this game starts with a serious scene. You're going to see acting from us, okay? Not just messing around, not what you saw the others doing. This is real acting, okay? That happens for a bit. And then after that, Kyle, who's over there, will clap his hands, and it will be subverted in some way. And it will change, and it will cease to be serious, hopefully, and hopefully, possibly, vaguely amusing. So, can we just have a crisis from history? Plague. Anything else? The Black Death?
Brexit.
Great fire.
Great Fire?
The fall of Rome.
The Fall of Rome?
Chicken run out in KFC.
Chicken running out. That was bad. Okay. Chicken running out. Which do you like of those, Jim? Plague. You love a good plague. Are people happy with us to go plague, or would you prefer chicken running out in KFC? So by way of cheer, plague and KFC. And it seems that we're doing chicken running out in KFC, and we might fail with the brief straight away. We are going to see acting. All right. Okay. Hello.
Could I get a Zinger burger, please?
Yeah, just let me check. No.
You've run out. Okay,
Yeah.
could I get the chicken wrap with barbecue sauce?
No. Why not? Because we've run out of wrap and chicken.
Okay. Right, okay, so you've got no chicken. You should probably change the sign.
From what?
From Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
We're not My voice is breaking up because I'm so enraged because the sign said Kentucky Fried Chicken. The nice man in the white suit with the moustache made me think that you were a good establishment.
And now, since then,
I have been proved very wrong.
okay. So you're saying we should change the name?
Yes, because you don't serve chicken! Your Kentucky Fried Chicken! Is it even from Kentucky? Is it even fried?
I actually would prefer it.
yes.
I would prefer it if you kept it
got a
to
three.
Just chill. We'll figure something out.
Why have you not got chicken?
No, there isn't. Anyway, we're going to rename the business with a C. The only thing I have with a C is my choose. Would you like Kentucky Fried Choose?
You mean shoes?
No? That would start with an S, wouldn't it?
What an idiot I am!
Yeah, exactly. You're the idiot. So, Kentucky Fried Choose, they're made out of cow-ish.
Why did you say Kentucky Fried Cow? You serve beef!
Kentucky Fried Cow. We can have that. Kentucky Fried Choose.
Okay, I'd like a beef burger, please!
No!
Why not?
Because we haven't got any beef!
Oh,
And see. Thanks, Jim. So that was acting. I feel, we work with what we're given, so it's your fault. So they said it couldn't be done, and really we've done a set about proving they can. So now we're going to move on to the second kind of improv that we're going to be doing today, and that is going to be based on these different artifacts. So I'm going to ask Paul to just give us an example of what's going to happen. So he's going to take an item and read it out. Crucially, we won't be doing anything with this item. Just to give you a bit of an example, Sue is going to very ably hold up the item, or so I get. So thank you very much for the two of you.
Sue's not a mime artist, she's wearing gloves. Right, this is an ornate empty frame. The earliest known picture frame was found in an Egyptian tomb in 2 AD, and it contained a Fayum mummy portrait. which have been preserved by the desert climate. Frames we know today date from the 12th and 13th centuries, and many were produced to contain religious artworks displayed in churches. Picture frames can be made from different styles and different materials, from fine gilded frames to uncut pasta, various shapes, glued in frames for a children's project.
Cool. Thank you very much. Simple. So that's how it's going to go, and then we will take bits of that monologue and we will do something with them. So it might be that because it's a pictureless frame, it could have been somebody submitting something to an art gallery to win a prize, but actually there's no picture, or something like that. And that would then hopefully be the start of the scene, and it would go somewhere, etc. Now crucially, in this kind of scene, two of us are going to start. The first one I gather is going to be Kyle and me. And we will start this scene. Other people can then come in. They can see things that we've done, take elements that we've established, and they can take it somewhere else. It may end up with the two of us not even being part of the scene at all. When it ends, this confuses people, one of our improvisers will run across in this sort of fashion, and that designates that the scene has ended. Okay? So, we need our proper item. This is no longer a dry run, or a dummy run, or those things. And here we go.
This is a Lancashire and Yorkshire Railway plaque. It's a transfer crest from a railway carriage of the Lancashire and Yorkshire Railway, which operated from 1846 to 1922. It was the third largest railway company in the north of England and ran 1,904 passenger services each day. The football team of the Lancashire and Yorkshire Railway Carriage and Wagon Works at Newton Heath, founded in 1878, evolved into Manchester United Football Club, the name changing in 1902.
Right. Well, how are you then?
I'm coping.
You're cool.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm better than coping, actually. I'm doing really well. Thank you for asking. Anyway, I've called you in because basically we here at the Yorkshire Railway are in a competition.
Right, come in.
The Lancashire Railway.
Bastards.
Ah, it's bastards, that's right. Fucking bastards. Bastards.
What have they done now?
Bastards is what they are.
Yes.
Yeah, bastards.
What have they done now?
Oh, sorry, I realised you were asking me for reals. I kind of lost that. What they've decided to do is run a consecutive railway, that's not that, like a railway next to our railway.
Okay. So it's the same as our room?
Yeah, it's the same as our railway, but next to it and cheaper.
So, let me try and get this straight.
You'll get this straight.
So, the railway we built
Yeah.
from Yorkshire
With our own sweat, blood and Yorkshire tea.
to Lancaster
So, yeah,
has now been copied by Lancaster,
yeah,
who have built a railway from Lancaster
yeah.
to Yorkshire.
Back the other bloody way, I know.
This is a bit of a problem, isn't
Aye.
it? Yes.
So I don't know what they're going to do about it.
Should we try and...
Right, so those bloody bastards in Yorkshire. You know our railway going to Yorkshire from Lancaster?
Yeah?
Those bloody bastards in Yorkshire, they built an adjacent one. What same route coming here?
But that was our idea.
Exactly!
Oh, that makes me mad.
So man, those bloody bastards.
Oh, first they steal our tea and do it far better. Oh. And then they make a railway just like ours right next to it.
Yes.
What are we going to do about it?
Well, I think we need to go down there and get a piece of our mind.
Right, we'll meet them in the middle.
Yes.
Don't want to cross.
Right, we heard you were meeting us in the middle, so we came either side.
Oh no, they're on both sides.
Aye, we're going to flipping wreck you. Go on, fight us. No, hold on. I've had a better idea.
What's that?
Why don't, instead we're punching each other.
Well, we're not going to punch each other.
Oh. Sorry, I got this wrong. I thought they were going to punch each other and we were going to No. Oh yeah, no, that doesn't make any sense at all. No.
Carry on.
Right, I'll carry on. Instead of us punching our respective members of the other team, we could just play football instead.
Football, you say?
Aye.
Doesn't work. You can't play football on a railway.
I suppose so.
He's got a point.
He has got a
We
point.
could move on the railway.
You know how expensive it is to move a railway?
Yeah, we'd have to move the lines and everything. Because you built the second one, we'd have to move two. No, you built the second one.
We move.
I say, did you hear? The Northern Railway companies are fighting. You know what this means?
What's that?
Get the plans for HS2.
Hopefully you've got the idea how they're going to work. That's how the other two of these will go. So obviously that took some twists and turns, and we learned some stuff. So could we please have the next item from Paul's?
This is a melamine ashtray advertising Mitchells of Lancaster Best Bitter. Mitchells were founded in 1871 by William Mitchell and had their brewery between Market Street and New Street. Mitchells moved out of the city centre to premises on Moor Lane, which today features on urban exploration blog 28dayslater.com. Can anybody explain that to me later? As well as beer, the brewery also manufactured soft drinks and mineral water.
Hello, sir.
Hi.
Yes, we have a problem with the last batch.
Oh,
Right, so
what is it?
well, I got the water,
Yes.
I got the hops,
Uh-huh.
and then I didn't mix them. I didn't make any beer. I just sent out water.
That's not really a problem with the batch, more a problem with you.
So there's a problem with me.
Yeah. So you sent out water.
Yes.
So now there's water being served
As beer.
as beer.
Yes. And a lot of people are drinking it and saying this is close to water. They don't know that it actually is water.
They don't know.
It's just in a beer bottle. We're safe for now.
I'm keen on that.
Feels like he's showering.
I mean, I do shower in sweet hopsy beer. It tastes like that.
You joke, yeah.
Do you know, no.
How many have we had?
I believe between 2 and 10.
Well, you've forgotten. Well, that's a good sign.
It's a good sign. Shall we keep drinking? I feel like I might need a wee soon. Oh.
Well, this is your screw up.
It is, yes.
So, I feel like maybe you should propose a solution.
Well,
And take the blame, crucially.
okay. I've been to a few of our pubs,
Yeah?
and what I've noticed is that they haven't figured it out. And they can't get drunk,
Right.
so they keep drinking more.
Oh.
So I think we just stick to this.
Yeah.
Just sell water.
This was a great idea of mine.
It was a great idea of yours. So, should we come up with some different flavours of beer?
Okay,
Okay.
let's do it.
So, what can we put in the water that's cheaper than hops? Or should we just keep it in the water?
No, we can't just keep it.
Okay, so figure it out eventually.
Eventually
Right.
someone is going to figure, eventually a smart person's going to go in and figure it out.
Right, yes. Let me order a gin and tonic.
Yes?
Lemon water.
No, lemon beer.
Good one, sir.
Thank you. Why don't we run a test?
Excuse me.
Ooh.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but I've just come from the pub, and this is water.
How did you get in my house?
Well, he's a very smart person, too.
No. Right.
I feel a little bit cheated.
won't lie to you, and I'd like a refund, please, for this beer I've nearly drank all of.
Or just that one?
Well, I've only bought the one, yes.
Will it make you go away and never tell anyone else what you know?
No.
Would you like to join us in our business ventures?
But your beer's not very good.
Yes, but people are buying it. That's the crucial part.
You do sound like you need a very smart person. Okay, I'm in. What's the next step?
Well, we're trying to come up with new flavours of water.
Have you tried sparkling?
No.
Well, what you do is you grab your water.
Yeah.
Is that your gin and tonic?
Yes.
And there you go.
It's sparkling.
It is. Fabulous. We'll
serve that.
Yeah.
Fancy. Aye. Sparkling beer. I've got lemon beer. Lemon beer. Sparkling beer and lemon beer.
The Evian Brewing Company have really outdone themselves.
So we went some way, less Mitchell's, more Evian, like we said. But yes, so that was number 2. We have but one more. So this is going to involve, obviously, Paul and Sue once again, and Jake and Jim are going to start. So we've got another item.
This is a Bakelite electric radio around 1945. Bakelite was developed in 1907 and 1909 by Leo Baekeland, who named it after himself. It was one of the first plastic made of synthetic components. It was donated in 1991 along with a selection of local paper bags. This particular model features a textile sound curtain. Earlier radios were made out of wood, which limited their design. Bakelite allowed for much more creativity, although it was brittle and could break easily. Bakelite objects, particularly jewellery, radios, have become very popular items and have a certain retro appeal. Many of these could have been viewed until recently at the Bakelite Museum in Somerset, that is now sadly closed.
Hello, Mr. Black. Oh, thank you for your donation the other day.
It's okay.
Oh, there was something we wanted to talk to you about. So we got the box, got your donations, got the radio, it's going to be great. I think you might have left something in the box.
I don't think so. It was all there for donation.
All of it?
Yep. All for, a good home.
Okay, so there was a radio.
Yes.
Yeah, and there were some photographs of old Lancastrians. Good. Yeah. And that key to Williamson Park.
Yes.
The park, not the building, the whole park. And some Greggs bags. So I wondered if you wanted the Greggs bags back. I don't know if you were using them for padding or...
Will it be historically significant?
Why?
Well, everyone knows Greggs.
Everyone can go to Greggs every day.
Well, maybe not forever. Got to plan ahead.
Okay. But you said 15, and they were all framed. And well, I didn't take time to read the plaque, to be honest, because I thought you'd want the back and you scared me. What did they say?
Well, so there's the one that says
I've got them here. I want you to take these.
I won't. But this one says, this one, I got my big sausage roll in. I think it's pretty good.
Big sausage roll? I thought they came in one size.
To me, they're all quite big.
This one ripped.
Yes.
Did you not think that meant it was damaged?
Look, the inscription clearly says, this one, they put too many sausages.
Is that a good day for you?
Yes, I got to complain and get more.
Oh yes, that explains this one.
Yes.
Also ripped.
Yes, they tried too hard again.
This one still has sauce on.
Yes, that was, I tried to, eat it out the bag. I'm a very messy eater.
This one's not even for Greg's. It's for greenhouses, I think.
Thought I'd try something new.
Oh yeah, after the first Greg's bags didn't work. And this one, that is a sausage roll. You don't have room left to finish them.
No, I was a very full boy.
It's going moldy.
Darling, I had something I wanted to talk about.
Okay. Would you like a sausage roll?
Now, you see, that's part of the problem. So, I asked you to get rid of the bags. And you say you did.
I certainly did.
Where did they go? To the museum.
Yes.
But the problem is that you took 15 out,
Yes.
having mounted them and annotated them,
Yes.
and left behind the other 20,000. And I was sort of hoping they'd go as well.
I'll get them in a box to the museum tomorrow.
Darling, nothing would make me happier.
Do we have 20,000 frames?
No, but we have 20,000 units of love.
I'll get right on it.
I'm definitely going to go for it. Okay, so yes, those were our shorter scenes. So that marks the end of the short form improv, and the next two items are going to be spontaneous. They'll be leading to some long form improv, which means there will be longer scenes that hopefully we'll get to develop the ideas a little more and see a little bit more. So this first one that we're going to play is called Typewriter. Now, in Typewriter, Kyle is a budding author. He's going to be writing something, and we are going to be the characters in his book or play. So it will be guided by him, and it will be based on an item that we're going to see. Sue's going to hopefully hold it up for us now, but Paul isn't going to tell us anything about it just yet. So you're going to see this item. Kyle is going to give you a brief description of the item, as far as he understands its use. Could be completely wrong, could be completely off the mark, but after that, we will then write a story of how the artifact came to be, and after that, Paul will tell us the true history of the artifact.
So, this artifact right here that you're looking at, you may be wondering, that's a strange looking thing. And so am I. But I do know what this artifact is. In fact, this is the exhaust pipe of the Great Clown Debacle of 1902. As you can tell, some crazy stuff happened. But we'll get to that. The story starts with Wiggles the Clown and his partner, Dinkles the Clown.
Dinkles! Hi! Whatever your name was! Wiggles, thank you! Yeah! No, I'm always forgetting! What was I called again? Dinkles! That's me! Wiggles and Dinkles!
You can call me by my clown name if it helps.
What's that?
Bert.
And you can call me by mine! Dimples!
Oh, this is confusing.
Yeah, so let's just run through it again. You were called Wiggles.
Yeah, that's my Christian name.
No, I was called. Remind me what I was called. Dinkles.
That's your actual name.
Yeah, that's my actual name. And your real name is Bert. And mine was Dimples.
So back in 1902, clowns were very popular. They used to perform at children's birthday parties on the regular. And one day, Wiggles and Dinkles were performing at a very lucky boy's birthday party.
Okay. Are you ready?
You bet you.
Good. Is it just you? Or do you have
I invited all my school friends. I assume they're all late.
How old are you?
12.
12. I'm still walking on your knees.
My mother said not to mention
Oh, sorry.
Did you mention his knees?
No, he said sneeze. Yes, oh, he's a attractive or not. Bullying animals!
As you can probably tell, balloon animals weren't really doing their trick in terms of an apology. So, the two clowns decided to try something never attempted before by two clowns. The backflip of doom.
Okay, I think that this isn't working. We need to try the backflip of doom. The backflip of doom! Yes, I know you're shocked, but it's not actually as scary as it sounds. Basically, it doesn't involve a backflip or any doom. To the fact that we wouldn't manage it. You know we wouldn't.
And we don't want to destroy this lovely table.
Yes.
With all the party food.
Or send home all of these people who finally turned up to the boys' party.
Thank you all for coming.
Yes. So, the backflip of doom, do you know how we do it?
Well, I thought it was a backflip and involved doom, so no, you show me.
Okay, so basically, what I do is I look at this child really intently. And basically, the idea is that eventually he'll blink and you get the valuables out of the safe.
I remember now. We changed the name.
Yes, we changed the name. We used to call it casing the joint. The problem is, the clients kept finding out whenever we said that.
So, yeah, there's probably a bit of this story that I left out first, that these clowns were criminals. And what they did with their loot was quite surprising, because they were saving up for a fund to buy what would be the very first clown car. So, they robbed the little boy blind, and they went to the dealership.
Is this the pinata? Yes, you can try all you like. Have I got it yet? No.
Oh, the pinata's too high up for your knees.
Oh, you mentioned them? Yeah! I'm so sorry.
At the dealership,
Hello.
I'm here about the special order.
We're here about the special order.
Say the special order in the front of the shop. Right, now, you wanted a small car with pink polka dots
Yes.
and infinite space on the inside.
Yes. That sums it up.
Yep, you've got all the big amount, the big amount of money, the big amount of money that I needed to do
We
that.
stole it from a child who was
I
temporarily
don't
blind.
just didn't need to know that, I really don't care.
Big trousers.
Yeah.
You know what they say about big trousers?
Big legs.
That.
Well, that's a big lot of money.
Okay, I'm just put it in the big safe. Right. Now then, I'll give you the keys, but I'm afraid with infinite space on the inside, it doesn't handle very well. So
Quite a lot of understeer.
quite a lot of understeer. So you're going to have to be careful when you're driving it. I assume any crash would be devastating and hilarious.
Much like our relationship.
Much like your relationship, yes.
I'm so sad.
I'm so happy.
This is very, very funny. So do you want me to show you to it now?
Yes?
Yes.
Should we enter into the bigger part of the
Let's go
shop?
to the bigger part of the shop where we're buying a normal car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay, there it is.
It's very small.
Very small. Yeah, it's actually there.
Should we try and get
Try
it?
and get in it. Yeah.
There's a key.
Oh, okay.
It's got up without a key. We're not that ridiculous.
It does have locks.
Yes, I know that now. Thanks for not making me feel foolish about it at all. Okay, I'm going to get in. Okay, I believe.
You okay in there?
Yes, I believe I'm in.
You believe you're in. Right, let's get into.
Scooch over. Yes, I'm scooched. Oh, there's actually quite a lot of space in here. I don't know why I was
Where is the seat belt?
Just look under you, if that's possible.
What?
Yep, there you go.
This is ridiculous.
so the pair of clowns decided to take the new car on a spin on their first drive on the highway.
Let's both drive. The steering wheel's in between us anyway.
Yes, I've long felt there was something between us. Shall we try and steer in the same direction, do you think? Okay, we got it yet? No? There we are. There we are.
But just when they thought that they were getting it right, that little boy appeared in the middle of the road.
Going out to play!
ran flat out 50 miles an hour into a car. He's not going to tell the police.
Oh, really? His precious knees!
Oh no, she's doing it as well.
You all saw it. We didn't kill him.
This is a very long car.
So, unfortunately for Wiggles and Dingles, they didn't get away, and the car was confiscated. Unfortunately, as well, in the unfortunate debacle, the exhaust pipe ended up looking something like this. And that's the story of this item.
That was the story, and now we're going to hear the real origin of that item.
Does anybody know what it is? It's a knotted lead pipe. It was made by Jonathan Viper of King Street, Lancaster, and it won first prize in an exhibition in Manchester in 1887. Despite its novelty value, it would have been extremely difficult to create without flattening the pipe. Jonathan was a master plumber, which meant he could own his own plumbing business and oversee journeymen, I knew it was wrong that one, journeyman plumbers. Lead has been used for piping water since Roman times. However, lead for drinking water has declined since the Second World War because of the increased awareness of lead poisoning.
Cool, so I think we got it pretty good. I don't know what you guys think. I didn't think we were too far away. Yeah, that's all. But thank you to Carl for writing that. And now we're on to our final game. So, with this, we've asked the museum for what they think is their most interesting item. So hopefully we're going to hear quite a lot about it. And we will then try and do 3 separate scenes from that one prompt. So what that will mean is that people will start the scene very much like we've been doing every time. And it will end like it's been happening every time. But then each time it ends, there will be another, then there will be another, and then hopefully we will finally end. You guys, very much for us. So, with the final item, please. Thank you very much.
This is a gold ceremonial key dated 1937. It was presented to His Worship the Mayor of Morecambe and Heysham, Councillor Benson JP, on the occasion of his opening the Information Bureau on the 18th of July 1937. Morecambe's expansion in the 1930s saw the London and Midland Scottish Railway build the Art Deco Midland Hotel in 1933, and this was followed by many other Art Deco buildings, including the Super Swimming Stadium in 1936, and both commercial and domestic buildings, including the Odeon Cinema and Woolworths. The Information Bureau, built on the promenade, was also built Art Deco style. Morecambe's holiday heyday was in the 1930s. With the country's climbing out of depression, many people could afford a seaside holiday.
So, welcome to Super Swimming School.
Super swimming.
Yes, Super Swimming.
Right. I was just here for my dolphin form. So,
Oh.
I got a certificate. I just do this.
Well,
this.
You've not got your dolphin 4 yet?
No.
Ah. Well, never mind. It's not that much extra. You know, you go dolphin 1, dolphin 2, dolphin 3, dolphin 4, super swimming, dolphin 5.
Okay, okay, cool.
So you'll probably catch on. So, first thing you have to do, it's a manoeuvre I like to call the soaring grass snake.
Soaring grass snake.
The soaring grass snake.
Is it a glass snake or a grass
It's a
snake?
grass snake, I misspoke. Luckily you're in the pool already. What you'll have to do is you'll have to put your arms together. Yes.
This?
Yeah, that's about right. You'll have to dive deep below,
Okay.
and then you soar up into the air and levitate for a bit.
Levitate for a bit.
Yes, levitate for a bit.
Can you demonstrate that?
They did levitation in Dolphin 4.
Wait, you don't have a dolphin 4 either?
Oh no, I have a Dolphin 4.
Oh.
It's just quite difficult for me to teach Dolphin 4.
Right, because you're a super
I'm a super swimming yes. Kind of below me. The Dolphin 4 guy, he's a real creepy. You know, he's a bit of a weirdo. There he is.
Yeah.
Hi, how are we doing?
Bit of distance, remember what I said.
No, I've got to float near you for safety.
Our student here was wondering how to do the levitation that you teach in Dolphin 4.
Oh, it's easy.
Go on then.
Let me show you.
Yeah, okay. Anyone but me. Oh, I will.
You feeling safe?
As safe as I can, Jeff.
I'll show you.
Okay.
What am I teaching him again? I forgot.
Soaring grass snake.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So what you have to do is you put your arms together.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I like that.
And then you go up, levitate. Oh,
You do it.
we're doing it. Now we're down. And if that wasn't the best lesson of your life, I don't know what was. I'll see you guys.
Thanks, Jeff. Let's get out of the pool for a minute.
Okay.
Yes. So I'm really sorry about that. It would probably be best if you didn't tell your parents about it. Here's a fight. And here is a Dolphin 4.
Oh, sweet.
You've done it.
I've done it.
Yep.
Well, I did it.
Well done, son. A Dolphin 4.
Yeah. I can levitate now.
I sent you to the Super Swimmer class!
Sorry, Dad. I can't.
Where's your Super Swimmer 1?
I didn't learn it. I had to learn Dolphin 4 first.
Go back there and learn it back now!
Dad, I can't be an Olympic super swimmer like you.
You've never been what I wanted, son.
Wish Jeff was here.
So you've come back because we never actually finished the training.
Yeah, Dad wants me to be an Olympic super swimmer.
Oh,
Yeah.
well you'll have to finish a Dolphin 5.
Oh, so it goes Dolphin 1, 2, 3, 4, Super Swimmer 5, Olympic Super Swimmer.
You know, it's been a little while since you came here. You waited a bit too long.
Yeah, I cried a lot after Dad told me I was.
See, since then, Jeff's got a promotion.
Right.
Hi, Jeff.
Hi.
Hi, Jeff.
I've updated the safety protocol. Now we all have to stand close together. So what did you need me for?
Well, I want to be an Olympic super swimmer.
Oh, I see, but do you have your Super Swimmer 5?
No, Dolphin.
Dolphin, that one. Remind me of the order of them.
Right, so it's Dolphin 1, Dolphin 2, Dolphin 3, Dolphin 4, Super Swimmer, Dolphin 5, Olympic super swimmer.
Right, so let's do Dolphin 5.
Okay.
I've had a promotion.
Yes.
So in Dolphin 5, you learn how to walk on water. It's not as easy as it sounds. It's actually quite tricky.
Okay.
I'll show you.
Do we have to stay close together?
Oh yes, always.
Alright, then go on.
So we're going to do it all together.
Right.
Now there's water here. Just visualize with me.
Well, there is.
Yes, I don't know why I felt the need to spell it out. Okay, so right, there you are. Now, trust in me.
No, I fell in.
Not enough trust.
Not enough trust.
Not enough trust. Try again.
Maybe if we switch places.
Maybe if we switch
Right,
places,
okay.
all of us.
Like this.
All right.
Okay.
Now trust in me. Oh, I think you're doing it.
I think I'm doing it. No, I fell in again.
You know what? You got one step in. I say we just give it to him.
The Dolphin 5.
Yes!
Yes.
Well, son, you're back. Do you have your Super Swimmer 1?
So, you got my Dolphin 5. You got my Super Swimmer.
5. So you enjoy me standing on the pool there.
Company. I'm just going to give you your login details.
Okay.
You take a seat there, Molly. Okay. So your username, easy to remember, Wesson1.
Oh,
The first Wesson we've had.
I often am.
Oh, it's the first Jim.
Really?
That's a surname, a bit weird.
Oh,
Wesson one, and there's two passwords here.
okay.
The real password and the ceremonial password.
Right.
The real password, I'm going to whisper very... Password? The ceremonial password, I'll just go get it. Oh! Here you go. It's just asterisks. I want people to steal it.
What do I do with it?
Nothing, it's just ceremonial.
Oh, okay.
It's like in honour of you joining the
Oh,
company.
I see. Well, thank you. Do I?
Keep on, don't lose it. That cost a lot. We've invested a lot in you,
Oh,
Miss Wesson.
oh, I don't give this back to give to the next.
No, we all have one. See? Got one on the back.
Just carry around like a gun.
Like I said, it's very valuable, and I do carry a gun to protect my ceremonial password.
Alright, you just tell me about our Second Amendment rights.
So I'm talking about the ceremonial password.
Oh, ceremonial password. Also, we've got Second Amendment rights. Always keep the gun, always shoot other people.
I have my own gun.
We'll have to get her a ceremonial gun.
Yeah, I'll get you a ceremonial gun. I'll be back in just 2 seconds.
I actually don't really want a gun.
Well, you say that, but when you're in the street and someone's eyeing up your ceremonial password,
They will. Anyway, this is a 6-shooter, which means it can 6 shoot. Treat it wisely.
Cool. I've never actually used a gun before.
It's not a problem.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm certain.
Seen films, yeah.
then you know.
Okay.
Hey! Hey!
What?
Give me all your money! All your money now! Wait, what's that?
It's a ceremonial password.
Ceremonial password. I'll take that.
What? No! Wait! No! Oh! I've got a gun! And I'll shoot you!
You haven't got a gun. You've got a ceremonial gun. You know ceremonial guns don't actually shoot anything, right?
Bang!
You said
Yeah.
bang.
Or maybe if I said it, something would happen.
Right, well...
Right, so we've been giving all our employees ceremonial passwords
Yes.
and ceremonial guns.
Well, obviously to protect the
Right.
ceremonial password. Yeah.
Now, despite the fact I've been developing back problems because my ceremonial password is just someone ran their hand along the keyboard.
It's too big.
It's too big. I have to carry it.
It's silly.
The ceremonial guns don't work.
Right. So I hear what you're saying.
Yes.
But just spell it out.
We can't shoot anyone.
I get you. So you're saying we should get guns so that people can protect their ceremonial guns.
Right! Ceremonial guns are worth a lot of money.
So we should get cheap guns
Cheap guns!
to protect the expensive
Ceremonial
ceremonial
guns
guns.
don't want too big an overhead. So I need you to go and find me some cheap guns.
Okay.
Excellent.
Do it now.
Yes, do it now.
Hi. I was hoping for some
Cheap guns. Yeah. You come to my place, Billy's cheap guns.
I saw the sign and I thought, somewhere I had a choice between Hampson's toy store.
Shoot at that.
No, because I'm not after toys.
Yes.
I'm after toys for men.
Yes.
And women. Everybody wants a gun. So, yeah, the choice between that, sorry, I forgot what I was saying. Sorry. And Billy's cheap guns.
Yes.
So I came in here.
Exactly.
Can I have a cheap gun?
Well, how cheap we talking?
To define cheap in terms of guns.
Well, we have cheap gun, and we have cheap gun.
Right, so that sounded like the same thing. Your inflection changed.
Exactly.
So I would quite like a cheap gun. Cheap? No, that's not what I said. Cheap gun. Cheap gun. It'll do, yeah.
Right, well, I've got this Kalashnikov assault rifle.
Give me all your money! Give me all your money!
Bang, bang, bang! See? This one works even when I say bang, bang, bang. So, how's your steak?
Well, I haven't started eating it yet.
Do you want it?
It's good.
No, I haven't actually asked you again yet. Eat a bit. How's your steak?
Good.
Good, I'm glad. Anyway, we've been dating for some time now.
Quite a while.
Feels like it, doesn't it? Basically, I was thinking that it was about time you had a key to my house.
A key to this house.
This house.
Well, I would like to be able to come and go as I please.
Well, then good. So, I wrapped it for you.
Oh, it seems like you've gone to a lot of effort.
Yes. Here you are.
Ah, this is a very kind gesture. If I'm honest, I thought that our love life was a bit dead. But I'm glad that you've offered me this, because now I know that you can commit.
No, hold on a second.
Oh, you don't, because you never anymore.
I never... What?
Look, I didn't want to just say it, but every single time we get to, you know what, you just come downstairs and start making steak.
I thought you liked the steak.
It's good!
I know! You said it was good! I remember because you weren't eating it and then you ate a bit and you said it was good!
Right, all I want is a regular relationship with regular, you know...
I don't know! You keep nodding your head and saying you know and I don't know!
Don't throw the key!
I'll do whatever I damn well please in this, my house!
This could be our house if you just relaxed a bit more and stopped making effing steaks all the time.
Right, so you've been having some trouble.
Yes.
And what's that trouble exactly?
So, it's my husband.
Right.
He's just not, you know...
He's not... What is...
Probably not whatever it was you would be. You know, the old in and out.
In and out.
Yeah.
Right. So the problem here is you. Because whenever you want to have sex with your husband,
Yes.
that's what we're talking about,
Yeah, well, don't just say it like
you just
that.
go,
If you say it, someone will hear you.
yes, well, your husband should
Oh,
hear
I hate that sex.
Why does he say sex? What are you talking about sex?
This always happens.
Right, now Dr. Dr. Andrew and Dr. Jim, this man won't say sex to his husband, he just goes like that.
I probably thought you wanted a steak!
That's the international sign for steak!
Wow, let's go get some steak.
And a nice bit of bread! I'll go and make it!
Just leave.
Yes, right, you go.
So you sure sex isn't on the table?
Yes, I'm sure. If I'd said sex is on the table, I would have said Jake, sex is on the table, not is on the table.
We just said sex is on the table.
I did say sex was on the table.
Stop saying it!
Right, better leave.
Okay.
Better leave. So you can't communicate with your wife.
I guess that's the essence of it.
Right.
She does make very good steak, though.
Well, I am a doctor, so I probably shouldn't say this, but could just keep eating steak.
But then never actually.
Well, so you're just saying eat steak, right?
your I'm glad. You know sex is on the table, right? Tonight, so all that really remains is for me to say thank you to Hannah, to Jake, to Kyle, to Henry, to Jim, to me, Andrew also, and to Paul, and to Sue, and to the Lancaster Museum. Thank you for having me.
And I'd just like to say a special thank you to Lancaster University Comedy Institute. They've all volunteered their time for free to be here this evening. We asked only for £2 for the tickets because we wanted to make it open to as many people as possible. But if you do have any spare change, we've got some buckets that we'll be holding at the door. Please fold up your change, put it in the bucket. All the money goes back to the museum because obviously it costs money to keep it open at night. So thank you very much to Sue and Paul and all the friends and staff who volunteered. If we could just have a big round of applause for Lancaster.